Brown leaves drifted from the almost bare branches, adding to the pile under the tree. Alerio Sisera shifted to peer around the tree trunk, and shook his head in resignation. "They aren't very impressive, sir," the Legion Tesserarius remarked. "They took a wagon of spears and shields and killed 4 guards," Alerio warned. "Desperate men, even untrained ones, are dangerous. I don't want us carrying wounded raiders back to Enna." "What about the marauders, Centurion?" Corporal Milon inquired. "We will not be hauling any of them back," Alerio informed the NCO. "Signal the archers." A rag tied to the end of the Tesserarius gladius flapped in the early morning air. In response to the makeshift flag, a flight of 5 arrows flashed into the clearing. Marauders crying out in fright or pain jumped up from their bedding. Another volley of arrows impacted with the slower ones. "Close them in," Alerio ordered. From the dull foliage on one edge of the gang's camp, red capes and big shields stepped from the forest. Alerio moved away from the tree trunk and stood in plain sight. The red comb of his infantry officer's helmet identifying the commander of a Legion century. If the original shouts were shrill, seeing a Centurion appear on the edge of their camp turned the marauders into a screaming mob. More arrows flashed into view and several marauders ran at the heavy infantryman. They died on the shields. Light infantrymen came in from a third side and the panic spread. The 17 bandits resembled a stampeding herd of wild ponies. Racing around in a circle, they avoided the direction of the archers, afraid of arrowheads in the face. They dodged away from the shields and blades of the heavy infantry and the skirmishers. None considered dashing in the direction of the Legion officer, for the bulk of the Republic forces would be behind the Centurion. Closing the ring, the legionaries stabbed and hacked while tightening the circle. As Alerio ordered, they would not be taking any marauder prisoners back to the garrison. "It could have gotten ugly if they knew there was only 20 of us, sir," Milon commented. "Most Centurions would have waited for reinforcements." "The Furies were with us," Alerio pledged to the corporal. He walked between the bodies, studying the dead marauders. "There was no other outcome possible after they killed the Allied wagon guards and the family of farmers." "How do you figure that, sir?" the Tesserarius questioned. The infantry officer's face became slack, and his eyes seemed unfocused, as if he was seeing something other than corpses in a forest clearing. The look passed quickly, and the Centurion explained. "Our work was guided by the Furies. How could we fail with the spirits of justice and vengeance on our side?" Alerio commented. "And the goddess Nania hovering nearby." "Yes, sir," Tesserarius Milon acknowledged.